Hello everyone, welcome on back to Edgewater Saskatchewan. So I'm here at the store because I didn't mention this, but I did buy the header. It's just I almost completely forgot about it till after I ended and luckily looked at the sales. I sent the Massey back because I left that in the field when I went to the next month. So I kind of had to reset it. There, we can finally get that repaired up. Since I'm here, I'll just push this over here. That way this can get done as well. But the first field that will get done is the pea field over here. And I did look at the seed buying, silos, and stuff like that. Once I get over here, I can show you. Oh, and it was a good thing that we did sell them last video. The prices did drop a decent amount, so. But anyways, yeah, they are in containers. Yeah. So there's some diesel tanks that can buy as need, which is kind of what I was looking for. I could get one of these where I can buy it directly from it. Or I could buy one of these where I have to buy it in bulk. Oh, it's not that one. I have to buy it in bulk and then I can actually use it. So it's empty at the start. I could potentially use that with the Bot Productions. That's my only problem with this is A, we might end up spending way too much money compared to what we could go down here for. And plus part of the map is the co-ops, so pretty sure they're pretty expensive, the co-ops, so the vehicle workshops, I gotta figure out which mod was one of them, because I know there's one other one that I have. I didn't see it in my mod list. I don't see it active right now. So I'll try to figure out which one it's actually called and then actually add it. So it must be, it's somewhere. It's obviously somewhere. I have it in other saves it's active, but I don't see it on this one. I would like to get the sugar mill today. That way that money's just out of our hands. That way we don't have to sit here and make sure we gotta have the amount left for us. I did add a mod too for harvesting that, so now I could. This whole area kind of fenced in. Yeah, oh, it's only 2 trees, I guess, that are really in the way. Let's go and find that mill. So it looks like the dump is there. Where does it come out? Oh, right there. So if we could make it so I can kind of easily do a lap around it. That should do it. I might have should have did the other way. It'll be a little tight over here, but I can take this fence out. So let's look. Is it the same type of recipe? Yeah, 2 per 2. Might be significantly cheaper to do the sugar beets. That's what I've been seeing so far. Yeah, I'll end up having to take out this fence. Let's just go and demolish that right now. So that way we got enough room we can actually turn around in here all the way. Probably have to do all the way around to make it look decent over here. And I'll keep the one run next to the train. That way we can have a protection per se. I don't know if I got all of them in here or not, but let's see. Looks like all of them are. Oh, this one here. Okay, so that one's gone. Then we'll just have the one running next to the train tracks. We could probably cut a couple of these trees down. I don't know how far in we own, though. I don't have a chainsaw, so I can't really see if I can cut it. Well, there we have the sugar mill. Yeah, I think it might be cheapest to do the sugar beets. I don't need a special planter, which is kind of a bonus there, and plus the planter for the sugar beets, it's like a meter or two? 1 meter, while our planter will do sugar beets. Yeah, I have to go back through and fertilize it, but and then for sugar beets, it's in here. I can get one of these, so I obviously have to rent it, plus this, or it would be, I think, I added a mod for it. It should be in here. It's forager header. I'd have to get this, which would be wider. It would be sugarcane. Be 120, plus I would need a forager and a trailer. I'd have to get a dolly or a trailer. I'd have to get one of these as well, and I'm pretty sure, all in all, the sugar beets would be a little bit cheaper. It may take a little bit more time for the harvest, at least, to be about it. But I wouldn't have to get either a dolly or a different trailer like I would with the sugarcane setup. I think what we may do is one of the times for the harvest we'll do sugar beets, and another time we'll do sugarcane. I think that's maybe what we'll end up doing. I think I'll end up having more than one field of it as well. I may end up regretting that decision, but this is a pretty small field. But it might be nice to have a second one. I'm gonna have a worker do this while I go grab the semi, because I doubt I can get the this to actually work, because it hasn't been working today. Okay. This finally worked. This took a couple tries trying to get the tractor to actually move. We could get a dolly and everything, but if we were to do the forager, I'd want to do more things with it than just the one sugarcane harvest. Yeah, I think I might end up making half of that field over there sugar beets as well. But I think this one small field will be a little bit too small. So last I checked, when I was looking at farmland, most of it's pretty big fields. I want something around that size, and this is horrible soil. That one's alright. Be in the same area, and that probably has a crop in it right now, I'm assuming. Might not, actually. It's cultivated right now. Be one of the smaller, closer fields that we have. 38 wouldn't. Be a little bit big, maybe 2. That currently has wheat in it. And that one is 25,000. It's pretty good soil map on it. Maybe I'll do this one. Maybe. I'm gonna think about it. Well, yeah, we have to do the liming on this. I see that. I have to do a liming on that to make sure we get that all the way up. We do need to pick rock in this field as well as the other one. The other one we did last video. So it won't be right now we'll be planting it, unfortunately, but soon. That one's all the way in. So yeah, this is ready to harvest. This field is ready to harvest. This one's a couple months off. These need to have rock picked on them. Ooh, that one has peas on it. Peas are such a good field. Such a good field. Such a good crop. That one's 100,000. Horrible. Oh, silty clay. That one will be alright. But this one would probably be, well, cheaper. Although this is 2 acres. Well, almost 2 acres. This is just under half an acre. So this would be cheaper. Once you figure the hectare, the money per hectare. But yeah, the sugar mill is the last thing that we need to get for chocolate. So then we'll finally be able to do that. To the dairy. Train is just going back and forth. This is another good yielding crop. And the thing is, the pH is a little down. So we can definitely get it a little bit better than what it is right now. Yeah, I think as soon as this is done, we'll send this to probably the backfield. I think we can probably rent the stone picker though. Get that all set up and going. Well, we can actually rent that right now. It's the one we got last time. Quite a bit, but we gotta get that, well, we gotta get off the field, so. Now, how much horsepower was that? I probably should have checked. 170. Does this say? That's 170. So let's. Oh, I gotta set that up with the bucket actually. I'm not sure yet, but if it does fill up, then I'll have to dump it, and then we can put it up into that trailer with the bucket. Well, now that's on my mind, I should get this set up with the bucket, and then I can have it sent over. I do need to bale that. Honestly, I could probably cut it again. That needs to be cut. The back grass field needs to be cut. Now, where did I put the bucket, though? That is the better question. So, yeah, right over here. I might, well, I will. I'm going to sell that snowblower. Since I now have snow off, since, well, the first winter was rather disappointing, really. We really didn't get much of a snowstorm as I was expecting. So we can get that sold off. Could have probably had a worker finish that field for me, actually. There's not much left. Yeah, then we can get this sent up right to that far field, maybe? Well, it's probably closest is to do this one here first. Not everything will get harvested today. So I would like to get things set up so we can get sugar beets in the ground. That'll be what we'll start with. I don't think with our money we'll look to buy much more land, really. Even when I'm thinking about maybe this one, but that's kind of that's more just because I'm looking for more land for the beets. But a lot of this land up here is kind of not super great. This one's fairly good. This one's fairly good. This one's actually nice long straightaways. Lots of clay. Yeah, this one's pretty good. It's a really big field though. But yeah, we might do this one. It's right across the road from us. It's kind of a decent spot to really to do it. It should be mostly everything. It should be a different texture, so it shouldn't be. At least I thought it's a different texture, but maybe it's not. Because there's no rocks yet. Oh, it's not picking them up. I'm not sure why it wouldn't be working. Huh. That's weird. I'm pretty sure all the other fields when we picked them weren't like huge rocks, so I'm not sure why it wouldn't work now. Less the texture. That's not allowing us to pick them up. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try and change the texture of this to see if that would work. See, yeah, it would appear it just can't be done right after harvest. Well, this is working just fine now. So we'll probably have to either get a cultivator or a plow for that other field. Which we do have a plow. It's not exactly very big, but we do have one. I'll make sure and do it correctly on that one. Obviously this one kind of, I set the state like this, so I can't really, well, I mean, I could probably move it back, but the other one will have to figure something out. We could probably sell our plow and maybe rent a, this is a 6-meter width. I'm sure we have things that we have that we really don't need. And like a cultivator, it would hurt our score. Or am I not seeing cultivators? I guess a disc arrow would probably work too. I guess about 6 meters. Looks like arrow arrows would be the same thing. Cultivators, can we do a little bit more than that? We could probably push it and maybe get 8. Certain we could get 7.5, which really still isn't that much regular than what this is. This tractor is 305 on a good day. So we almost need to do that then. Well, cultivator would certainly be the cheapest option. And what I could do is, if it works, I could find a contract that's also cultivating, and that is huge. Do that one as well, and we could probably make the money back. I might end up having a worker just finish this off. Stone picking's probably one of the most snooze things there are. It can be pretty boring, to be fair. If you've ever done it in real life, it can definitely be pretty boring. Granted, the only time I've ever done it was by hand. It wasn't with an actual machine to do it for you. Now, what price are peas at right now? Peas. They're okay. The best place would be here. What do we have? We have a decent amount. Oh. Workers. So let's just set somebody to bring this back. One time I can get it is if I get them to do it backwards. So I don't know. Guess maybe workers are not suitable for this field. Well, what I think I'll do, I'll quickly do a time lapse of this field. I'll probably get headed over to the other one. We may have rented this a little bit too early because I don't know if we can get that field cultivated in time. Well, if I rented it now, maybe. But where's all the rocks at? So I guess let's rent that, which I don't necessarily want to rent it, but kind of needs to be done. Where is it? There it is. It's a little bit higher, but it should work. Yeah, $4,500. Just so I can pick the dang rocks out of the field.
I don't understand what they want from me. They take my hands, washing them in dirty water. Try to find what's right in a distant place. Far away, the silence fills my heart with empty space. But now I'm sure of where I'll go from here. And tensions rise, they push me to divert my vision. But I will break the ceiling and the walls that kept me in for all this time. All the reasons that I cannot find. Don't wait for me to fall under that pressure. Don't wait for
Welcome back, everyone. So I'm just gonna do a bit of a straight across on this. Is what it is. It's I don't know. I always thought it would work. The rock picker would work on this, but I guess after harvest it just doesn't. Which I guess there's a lot of other, you know, things left over after harvest that it's may just not work for that reason. Because now that I'm thinking of it, I can kind of make sense of why it wouldn't. Oh well. Well, what I'll do is I'll get this going for a time lapse. I'll get the cultivation done, and we'll just have to take the daily fee. I'm not sure what kind of daily fee it has on it. Does it tell me in here? Oh, let's go and look. Extra like $600. I think if it's connected, it may actually count as work time, so I'll make sure, you know. So we'll just have to get this finished up for cultivating, and then, I mean, call it there, I guess. So I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done.
My sights on a brand new beginning. A steady rhythm will hold me to the shore. I've got my sights on a brand new beginning. A steady rhythm will hold me to the shore.
Welcome back, everyone. So we're just on the last strip here. Make sure we get this returned before we hit an hour on it. Well, that little bit there that was missed. Next video we'll pick the rock. I might do in between too. I'm not sure. We'll probably, no matter what, probably have a worker do it though. Because we got a couple harvests to do. And we got to spray some weeds. And we got to plant some sugar beets. Which I haven't decided if I want to grab that one field or not. I think it was $50,000, so we'd be down about 220,000. I don't think we have like a lot to be sold, we'd run into the scenario again where we just have a lot in our silos, because that's kind of where we're going to be until things are ready to be sold. About October time for those. Got 40,000 for those. I'll double check, 'cause sometimes it can be a little bit off. September there and September there. Well, that one might be January. Oh. Either one of the two, I would say, is probably good. Now, Shotlet. That is January. But it's not like February. Sugar's July. Okay. Now, what was in that field? Field 21. There is wheat in it. We could get it and we'd be able to bale it for them. We'd have one smaller harvest of sugar beets then. Well, I'd probably split this in there in the meantime. So our pen does have straw, right? Yeah, it has straw. We don't need the wheat, so we could sell it right away. Come about December. Is 50,000. I don't know if we'd quite make enough back for it, but we'd make it back pretty quick. Yeah, I'll buy it. I don't know if we'll make quite enough back to call it net profit per se, but let's purchase this right away. A little bit of that silty clay, but pretty good loam in there for the most part. Yeah, nitrogen is probably pretty bad. I'm thinking that might be pretty bad. Well, let's go and get this returned. Before I hit any more fees. So let's go and go and check it out. We can do that to kind of finish it off. So we would make a little bit right away. This is ready to harvest. Plus we'd get straw. Nitrogen is bad. pH is bad. That includes the better soil parts, I'm guessing. Yeah. It's even worse there. Ooh, it might not be that good of a harvest. But we'd get straw from it. So that would be a nice pro. And I know for a fact that should work. I know I couldn't get the flax straw to work, so. And then we can always put a different crop in there, and you know, this will need to get weeded off, sprayed off at some point. We could dang near mow it again. I have two cuts off of it. That needs to be cut. I just left this running. Yeah, this needs to be cut because this is basically like grass from what I understand. That needs to be harvested. So we might put a lot of it towards silage, maybe. Maybe a couple of them will go to hay or something like that. This I think is grass right now, yeah. So this, no matter what, will probably go to silage. I think, yeah, these will be our next big thing to sell. Well, now that we have an extra field, that wheat will be the next thing. Yeah, anyways, thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video.